everybody, I hope you're all well. My name's Emily and this is Ready Steady Sew. So today I'm back with another video, and this video is my November makes. I put a poll last weekend on my community page on my YouTube channel, and I asked people to vote between November makes or December plans, and the vast majority of people wanted to see my November makes. So that is what I'm here to do for you today. Now, November wasn't the most productive month sewing wise for me. It's been really busy at work and I've been really tired, and in the evenings when it's dark I'm just not feeling sewing so much. I've just been wanting to cuddle up and watch Christmas films on Netflix. But I did get some sewing done, and I made 3 things. More or less completed 3 things, and I've started something else that I can show you. So I've got 3.5, shall we say, projects to show you. So I'll start with what I'm wearing. Now, this isn't me made, unfortunately. This is a jumper that I bought recently. I think it was from Tesco's, because I'm in there quite a lot. Yeah, it's just a plain black jumper, polo net jumper, but I like the sleeves on it. They've got like the net kind of mesh sleeves. So yeah, I just thought I'd wear this for my video today. So I'm not going to talk about my projects in any particular order. I'm just going through the 3 things as I pick them up. So the first one is a pattern that is recently released. It came out, I believe, last month, was it? And it's been incredibly popular. Everybody and their dog seems to have made one of these, and it is the brand new Billy sweatshirt and dress by Tilly and the Buttons. As I say, you must have lived under a rock if you've not seen this pattern be released. It has been an incredibly popular pattern. Everyone seems to have made a version or 2 or 3 of it. And I have to say, it is a really nice pattern. I've only made 1 version so far, but I do plan on making another version at some point in the future. So I made the top version. So this is my top. I apologise if it's creased. I've pulled it out of the washing basket because it has recently been washed. I love it. Since I've made it, I've worn it a few times and it's been on quite heavy rotation in my wardrobe. So I have had to wash it. So yeah, it's a bit creased and crumpled. But this is my top, and I made the version with the puffy sleeves, as you can see here. And on the pattern, it is that version there, so the normal top with the puffy sleeves, which is what the model's wearing here. And it's a really easy, really nice sew. If you've made a sweatshirt before, or have made a few items before, you'll be able to make this no problem. So the fabric I used was a French terry that I got from Croft Mill, and it's their lilac colour. They have got loads and loads of French terries in their shop, so it's worth having a look. And I'm a big fan of lilac and purple, so I went for this colour, and I think it's a really, really nice colour, and it's a really nice quality French terry actually. It's not too heavy but not too light, so yeah, it's a really, really lovely fabric to use. And I decided to make the cuffs and the band. Yeah, I did do the band, and the band at the bottom. Again, I apologise for the creases. The cuffs, the band and the neckline in a ribbing fabric that I bought from First for Fabrics. And it's not an exact colour match. I think this is mauve, I think was the colour they had. But I don't mind. It's a slightly different colour. I quite like the contrast between the 2. I did buy another ribbing fabric, but it was completely wrong. It didn't look right at all. And I really like to use a ribbing fabric for cuffs and neckbands and things like that, because I think it looks nicer and it's a lot easier to sew. You never end up with any tucks or creases. They always sit nicely and fit in really, really well. So I'm always a fan of using ribbing fabric for cuffs and neckbands if possible. And because I think I bought 1 metre of this mauve ribbon, so I had enough to also get the bottom hemband out of it as well. So I will put photos of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like. But it's a really easy sew. As I say, it's quite straightforward. If you've made a few things before, you should be able to make this. There's nothing untoward, nothing unusual about it. You just have to gather the sleeves at the top or gather them at the cuff as well, which isn't difficult at all. Yeah, it's simple to make. I can see why it's really popular. As I say, I'd like to make a dress version now. Now I've made the top, I'll make the dress. I don't know if I'll do the puffy sleeves or not on the dress, but I definitely want to make a dress version at some point in the future. So that is make number 1, the Billy sweatshirt by Tilly and the Buttons. My second make is actually my most recent make in November, and it is another sweatshirt, and this is a sweatshirt that I've been wanting to make pretty much ever since it's been released. It seems to be in a very kind of sweatshirty, cosy, comfy mood at the moment, I think, with the season and it being near Christmas, and you can't really go anywhere at the moment either. I'm all for the comfy, cosy clothes. So the sweatshirt that I have made is the Yara sweatshirt by Megan Nielsen. And it's this one here, and it came out a couple of years ago. And I really like it because there's 4 different variations, as you can see from the back. And they're all a little bit different. And I made the VUC, the tie version. And that is one I've got to show you. But I do like that all 4 are different, because you see some sweatshirts and they look very similar. There's not a great deal of difference between them. But I think the Yara sweatshirt has got a bit more variety. So I'm a bit of a fan. So I'll hold up to show you, but I will put photos in of me wearing it as well, so you can see what it looks like on. But it is this version here. And as you can see at the bottom, hold it up high enough, there is the little tie detail. Now, I made this in a sweatshirt fabric that I actually got from a D-stash. This was from Crafty Mum D-stash. My friend Shelley over on Instagram is Crafty Mum Sews, and she recently had a D-stash to get rid of lots and lots of pieces of fabric, and I got a few pieces from her, and this was one of them. And I had just enough, I think there was 1.4 meters, I want to say, and it was just enough to get the Yara sweatshirt out of. Now, I did make a couple of alterations to it. The first alteration I made was I added 3 inches to the length of the front and the back pieces. This sweatshirt is supposed to be cropped. It's supposed to sit kind of on your waistline rather than at your hips. And I like my tops to be a bit longer. I don't like cropped short length tops. I have not got the stomach for a cropped top or to show any kind of my stomach area off, so I like to lengthen things. So I added 3 inches of length to the front and to the back, obviously, to match it up. And then the bottom of it, now you're supposed to just fold it over and hem it, but I don't think that would make the best finish possible. So I thought about making a facing, but I thought with it being sweatshirt fabric, I didn't know if it would be too thick, and I don't know if I had enough either to make a proper facing. And so in the end, I've left it. I haven't bothered to hem it. I've just untied it, and I've not bothered to hem it at all. It's a bit creased because it's been tied up. But I was worried that if I did try and hem it, then I wouldn't get it very neat, because I'm not always the neatest sewer. I would end up with it not very neat, and it would end up all twisted and horrible. And then also you would be able to see like the stitching of it, and I to be honest, I think it looks better. I'm just looking at it in the camera now. I think it possibly looks better unfinished, just cut with a neat line. I've gone and neatened up any kind of scraggly bits as I cut it, just so it doesn't look too bad. But I think it looks better unfinished, completely unfinished like that, and just tied up, rather than me trying to hem it and bodging it up, because you will be able to see it when it's tied because of how it is. So yeah, I think because it's a green fabric, it's the same colour on both sides, I don't think it matters too much. If it was a white fabric that's been printed on, then maybe I would have hemmed it or even made a facing for it. But I think because it's the same colour both sides, just haven't got the squiggly bits on the other side, but that's not too bad. Yeah, I think it looks all right without it being hemmed. And if I wear it a lot and I decide I don't like it unhemmed, I think it looks a bit untidy, then I might go back and hem it at some point, because that's not too difficult to do. But I'm going to leave it unhemmed for now and see how I get on with it. But yeah, it's a really lovely fabric, a really lovely top as well. It's a bit oversized actually. I sized down the size as well, so my measurements would put me in the 18 size, but I made a 16, and it's still quite oversized, and I like that as well. So yeah, I added 3 inches to the length. I haven't hemmed the bottom, and I've sized down based on the measurements in there. But I really like it. It's really cozy, so I might make myself another one. I might try a different version at some point. Oh, and the ribbing. Again, because I like to use ribbon fabric, and for cuffs and hems and necklines, I used this, I can't remember where I got it from, Jelly fabric. I got this mint green ribbon for the cuff and neckline from Jelly fabric. I searched high and low all over the internet for a mint green ribbon fabric to match, and Jelly fabric was the only one I could really find it on. So I ordered a metre, I think it was a metre, I've got some left down there, a metre or so of this for the cuffs and the neckband, and it's a really nice quality fabric. So yeah, that is make number 2, the Yara sweatshirt by Megan Nielsen. My third make is possibly my favourite make this month, and it's one that is very, 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 very nearly complete, and it is the I Am Patterns Harry cape, and I'll pop a picture in of it here because I only have the PDF pattern, so I can't show you the actual paper pattern. I got this pattern. This pattern was actually gifted to me by I Am Patterns as a thank you present as a thank you basically for just saying how good their customer service was when I purchased one of their patterns recently. So they very kindly offered to give me the pattern for free. I would have bought it anyway because I really, really like it. As soon as it was released, I was like, I need this, I love it. I wanted to make a cape for a while, and I was going to make the Sew Over It cape, but then I Am Patterns released this, and I just knew I needed this one in my life. So I'll show you it so far. Now I need to sew on the buttons. I'm not good at hand sewing. I don't enjoy hand sewing, so whenever I need buttons sewing on things, I give them to my mum to do. That's why my Gilbert shirt still hasn't been finished, because buttons need to be added, and this needs buttons sewing on it. I need to have sewn the buttonholes on. I've just got to do the one at the very top because the fabric's really, really thick, and because it's a wool fabric I've made it in, it's got about 4 layers in some places, so I need to be really careful when I do the buttonhole for the very top bit. But the rest of it's done. But this is the cape. I'll put pictures in of it as well. And I use the vegan wool coating, I think it is, by Fabric Godmother in charcoal for the main body of the cape. And then the lining fabric is a lovely soft polka dot, which I got from Crafty Mum Sews D-Stash. So I've used 2 of my fabrics from her so far, and this is the lining. And I love this cape so much. I can't wait for my buttons to be sewn on so I can wear it. I don't know where I'm going to wear it. I might wear it to work, but yeah, I can't wait to wear it, and just, yeah, it's so lovely. The wool fabric is absolutely beautiful. It's so soft and cozy. It's really, really nice. I want to buy it in every colour and make coats now in every single colour possible. And yeah, it's actually a really easy make. It is 4 pieces, is it? 3 or 4 pieces. Let me move back a little bit. 3 or 4 pieces, and it basically makes a giant circle, and then you put the collar onto it, and then it overlaps. I'll put it on me. Hold on 1 second. I'll put it on my body so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got the cape on. It is a bit tricky to see properly because you need the buttons for it to kind of sit right, but this is what it looks like when you've got it on. I'll stand up a bit so you can kind of see what it looks like. So it's just a cape, and it hasn't got any proper sleeves. I say it's a proper kind of circle shape, and it has got pockets, inseam pockets. There you go. So you can slot your hand in, but it kind of just the folds of the cape make your arm make a sleeve, so there's no actual sleeve, just your arm comes out underneath, and you can slot it into your pockets like that. So yeah, this is my move closer to the camera. So this is my cape, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait for the buttons to be sewn on so I can wear it somewhere. I'm thinking maybe Christmas Day I might have to wear it, because it's something you could kind of wear outside as a coat, but also if you want to keep warm inside, and it's really, really warm because it's this soft wool and it is lined as well. I'm starting to get really warm already, so yeah, it's a really good kind of winter make. The buttons that I've got are these, see very well, polka dot black and white buttons that I got from Makeup 140. I bought several different varieties and test them out, and I think I prefer these the most, and they match the lining well as well. So yeah, you need 4 buttons, so I'm gonna have these put onto it. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to whoops, I dropped the button. I'm looking forward to getting this finished very, very soon, probably over Christmas when I see my mum again, and she can sew the buttons on for me, and then that will be done. So that's my third, I'd say, completed make, and I've just got my semi-completed one to show you. Okay, so the final thing that I sewed up, or partially sewed up, in November is the True Bias Shelby dress, and I'll pop a picture of the pattern in here because I have got it as a PDF, so I can't show you the physical pattern. So surely you've seen the Shelby dress. It's been incredibly popular. Loads of people have made one and worn them. It's been around for quite a while, but it's a really kind of 90s style dress. And over the summer, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I bought a couple of viscoses with the intention of making the Shelby dress. So I've started making it in, let me get my coat hanger that way around, in the kind of burgundy or claret, I can't remember what the actual colour is, burgundy dotty about dot viscose from it's by Lady Macaro, but I got it from System in Tacker. So yeah, so far I've sewn the front and the back pieces together, and it's got the back ties in like so, and I've sewn the facing on and together, and I have also put on a holy stitch. I made this label by Paige Joanna, and yeah, this is what I've made so far. So it's kind of half done. I need to finish the facing, add the sleeves, hem and add the buttons and buttonholes. So there'll be some more buttons for my mum to sew for me when I see her again, when I finish this. I've started this, but I think it's because it's out of season. I've kind of gone off it a little bit. So I started it probably at the beginning of November, but then I haven't sewn anything on it for a couple of weeks. I've made jumpers instead. So I think it's because the weather's not really quite right for this dress. But I will finish it at some point, maybe in the spring, and I intend to wear it and then hopefully make some others. So this is my kind of half make, my partially completed make, but I am looking forward to getting it finished at some point soon. So that is all the things that I made in November. As I say, it wasn't the most productive month for me, but I'm hoping I will get a bit more sewing done in December when it is the Christmas holidays. So thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't already do so. Please comment below, let me know what your favourite make is, let me know what you made in November, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Bye!